Good morning, class. It's Julia Mankwa Albert, and today we would have a discussion on still life drawing. Before we commence on still life drawing, I will take you through some paper formats. We have several paper formats that we work on. When you say paper format, it means how you will tend to position your papers. This is a landscape paper format. Basically, the landscape format means that we have the horizontal lines are quite longer than the vertical lines, and this means what? A landscape format. When we turn it this way, we will have what we call the portrait format. Simply, the horizontal lines are shorter and the vertical lines are elongated. So let's move on to pencils. Before any artist would execute a work of art, he needs a simple medium, a simple tool to execute his work, which is what? Pencils. With pencils, we have two main types of pencils. We have the hard pencils and the soft pencils. When I say hard pencil, it means these are pencils which ranges from 9H to an H. We have in between pens which is 9H, 8H, 7H, 6H, 5H. It goes down to H. 9H is the hardest. Then it climbs up to H, which is quite hard, but not as hard as the 9H. Also, we have the B pencils. The B pencils ranges from 9B to B. The purpose of these two types of pencils are, with the hard pencils, they have fine lines and thin lines. And the B's are for thick lines and for shading, which makes it obvious that whenever one tends to makes a sketch, what he does is that he uses what? The H pencils, which are hard pencils. When he gets to the stage of shading or making form up, he uses what? The 9Bs or the Bs. Today we will be talking more about still life. We put our foundations from the pencils and the paper formats. When we say still life is basically the drawing of inanimate objects. Inanimate objects are objects that cannot move, that cannot respire. They are static. Examples are pencils, chairs, all forms of containers, and etc. These are inanimate objects. They neither can breathe or respire or can even move. They only move with the help of someone picking it up from one point to the other. Before an artist executes this piece in front of him, there are basic steps he will have to consider before he could achieve a good form or a good finish drawing. The first one is observation. When I say observation, this is making a critical look. With this, the artist don't just see, he looks. He takes into consideration some basic details, some basic forms. That is the stage of what? Observation. He compares the various elements. Which of them is small? Which of them is big? How long is this in reference to this? How many times does this height goes into this? Is it 1, 2.5? And so on. This is the stage of what? Observation. You could take not at least 20 minutes to observe a piece before you commence your drawing. This is done to help the artist take some basic details or elements into consideration. The next stage is contour draw. When I say contour draw, what you do is you try to capture the outlines of your objects. You capture the outlines of your drawing. This is called contour drawing. With contour drawing, the artist indulges or uses the edge pencils at this stage. Since we said that edge pencils are for fine lines and thin lines, at this point, he does not need any form of details. He only wants to get the outline drawing work captured. You observe first 2. You do your contour drawings. And doing contour drawing, we are saying that you pick the outlines of your drawing. Then you move on to the next stage, which is marks in. Marks in. With the marks in stage, what the artist does is that he picks his light source. It plays an important role in still life drawing. He picks his light source or identifies its light source. Then make sure there's a clear contrast. There is a clear contrast on the form or in the drawing. So what he does is that he shades the darkest or the dark areas with a flat tone to give that clear contrast. It's marking stage. The next stage is form modeling. Form modeling is a stage the artists blend close related hue together in order to achieve that smooth flow, for that is from dark to light or from light to dark. Example, look at this. The artist was able to perceive the dark tone from here. It moves gradually from dark to light, meaning the light is from this direction. So there will be a strong sense of light from here, then it moves to this side, then there's a dark tone. So this is what we call the smooth flow of dark to light, or from light to dark. Okay, so when the artist is able to achieve this good flow, that is the form modeling, he move on to the last stage, which is finishing touches or final details. This is whereby the artist expresses himself, try to make amendment, check where there's necessary errors, he inputs those subjects or elements. This is done to usually to have the attributes of the artist within the work. It gives you the flow to express yourself and add whatever you want to add to your piece to make it a holistic whole or a complete piece for yourself. Let's note, a work of art is never finished. It is only abandoned when the artist feels he's okay with it.